This is Dead by Daylight. The game has been out not very long. Come out to beta fairly recently. It's basically it's a sort of survival slash suspense game. As you can see on the left, there's 4 survivors, and this little guy on the right here, he's the killer. Basically, the essence of the game is that it pits 4 survivors against 1 killer. All are player controlled. There's no option for AI or anything like that. Even when you play the private game option, where it says down here, the bottom right hand corner, kill your friends, that's the private match. Even then, there is no option for AI. Every player is player controlled. So basically, let's get right into it. So you can either be the survivor or you can be the killer. We'll start with the survivors. As it stands, there's currently 4 survivors. To change survivors, basically here you've got the level, the name of the character, your currency, and your your survivor rank. So to customize that, you go here, the bottom left hand corner, you go to loadout. This is where you can change character. There's 4 here, as you can see. You've got Jake Park, Claudette Morel, Meg Thomas, and Dwight Fairfield. So you get items here. I've got none here at the moment, but basically I should have an item for this character. First aid kit. It's a 1-use item, which is a pretty weird system, but you get items via the blood web. Click on here, continue, use that, and using this currency on the top right here, you earn this currency by playing in public games. You do not earn any currency while playing in private games. That's something to note. You buy items like this. It's a flashlight. Use a flashlight to stun the killer. Other than the flashlight and other traps to tarry the killer, you have no means of attacking or combating the killer, only means to tarry and delay him and stun him in a way. You have no means to fight back. That's something you need to keep in mind as a survivor. You've got a mystery box, this stamp, wood stamp, moderate change to the range of map tracking ability. Interesting. Anyway, so that's how you purchase stuff. There are some customization options. You can change like the head, facial ability, your jacket and your trousers. The same goes with the other 3 characters. So I'm not going to bother showing you every other character, because if you do buy the game, but this is basically a video. It's not like a montage or anything like that. It's basically a brief introduction, because I personally saw this game because it was the summer sale not too long ago, and it was one of the top sellers. So I'm sure there are a lot of people who are quite new to the game. I'm also fairly new to the game, as you can obviously see the levels. I'm fairly new to the game, but I've been able to pick up a little bit. I just want to share what I've picked up in the past few hours. I've got about 9 to 10 hours played so far, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who haven't bought the game, who are thinking about it, wanting to do research. So this video is mainly informative. I am going to play in a bit, but I'm just going to explain how the game works, the rules of the game, just in and outs of the game. Some information you may find useful, some information you may not find useful. That's absolutely fine. I will put timings in the description below the video, so you can skip to like certain parts of the game, certain parts of like when I'm playing as when I'm actually playing that into a game. I'm actually going to be playing as the killer, but we'll get to that later. So this game is made by people called Behaviour Incorporated, a small little company, not that widely known as of yet, and it's been published by a little company called Starbreeze Studios. Again, another company that I personally haven't heard of either, but as you can see, they're more than capable of making a good game, so I'm expecting good things from them in the future. It's currently $14.99. It was 10% off in the summer sale. That's when I bought it. But the summer sale is now over as of the day of recording. It's now $14.99. Basically, the survivors, they have to win by activating 5 generators, and once you activate all 5 of your generators, 2 exit doors, or these big blue gates, they become powered up. You then have to make your way over to these gates, open this lever. And it takes about 10 seconds to pull this lever down. Once the lever has been activated, the door opens and you are free to escape, thus winning the game. Obviously the killer knows where these gates are, so he can make his way over to them. Obviously, so that's when you've got to hide and be crafty about it, because the killer can camp these gates if he wants to. Obviously the beauty of that is that there's more than one gate. So if the killer's camping that gate, you can just try and make your way over to the other gate and use that one instead. While you're activating the generators, there are little quick time events. There are little quick times events that are activated by it's by a little sort of noise that you'll hear. I don't have an example, but it's sort of a little noise. You'll know it when you hear it, and as you start to play the game, you'll sort of know that sound. It's activated like, let's say, a second to 0.5 of a second before the actual time event starts. It'll be a little circle that appears in the middle of your monitor or screen. Basically, it's activated by pressing the space bar. There'll be a little section and a little line that goes slowly round clockwise around the circle, and there'll be a little section where you have to press space in that little gap. If you do not press space in that gap, the generator sparks and makes a loud noise, and that lets the killer know that someone is at that generator, and obviously that will then make the killer come over to you, and obviously that will mean you'll have to sort of hide or run away. Either way, do whatever you want. Obviously, but if you do nail that quick time event, it gives the generator, it gives the repair. You basically have to repair the generators to fix them and to turn them on, and that basically gives the generator bar a little bit of a boost. And there's a little white section within this little section you have to press space in, and if you press space in the right time, it jumps up a lot. And that's obviously as you get better at the game, you'll nail these quick time events. You'll get better at repairing generators. So we'll go over the killers. So as it stands, there are 3 killers. This one is the hillbilly. We'll go over him. They have an ability. In terms of customization, there's no customization as of yet, but I'm sure there will be in the future. It'll probably come out in a DLC pack. I'll quickly show you down here where it says new content. As you can see, there is an option for it, but it is faded out, which means there's no new content as of this time. I'm sure there will be at some point, but as of yet there is no new content. So the hillbilly's ability is the chainsaw, hulking and deadly chainsaw, capable of terrifying strength, grinds through flesh, bone and soul. Once revved up, it sends its user into a violent frenzy. Basically, you hold right click or mouse 2 for about 5-6 seconds, and you start revving your chainsaw all nice, and then you break out into an all-out sprint. Like most charging attacks that you know of on other games, you don't have a lot of steering while it's activated, so you do have to anticipate where your survivor is going to be running for you to sort of cut into his path. And basically, the general basis of the game is that the survivors obviously have to activate these generators, and obviously the killer's job is to help them, and by help them I mean so there's the trapper. Trapper does what it says on the tin. His ability, he can place bear traps. He spawns with a bear trap in his left hand, and bear traps are deployed by again holding the right click. Places them on the floor, and there are other traps that you can pick up and deploy around the map. If someone falls into your trap, it lets you know where, so you can make your way straight over to that bear trap and pick that survivor up if he hasn't been freed by a fellow survivor. The survivor can, if he's with someone, a survivor can help him out of the bear trap quickly, but he can also attempt to wiggle out on his own. It takes a little bit longer of a time. We have the Wraith. His ability is a bell, a wailing bell. Basically his ability, again activated by holding the right click down, he rings this old loud bell, and it grants him almost total invisibility. You can usually only see him when he's invisible, when his silhouette is like against like bright sky, stuff like that, against lights. But other than that, if he's in total darkness, you pretty much can't see him at all. He's faster when he's invisible, and as you can see there is a catch. He cannot attack or interact with anything while he's invisible. So if he saw you as a survivor, and obviously for him, before he can hit you and take you, he has to ring his loud bell and come out of that invisibility, mode, but he is a little bit slower while he's ringing this bell. So you've got quite a lot. You've got a chance to run away and to get away. That's the problem with the Wraith. Like that alone is enough. I mean, I've got about 10 hours in this game, and I haven't come across a single Wraith. The Hillbilly is the most common, obviously, then the Trapper, and then the Wraith. Probably for that reason. Blood Webs, customizations work in the same way. You can get add-ons and offerings. It works in the same way. Perks, I'm not too sure about. I don't know if you get those by leveling up or you buy those. I'm not too sure yet. So basically, how the killer wins is obviously he has to kill the survivors, but he doesn't do it just by cutting them up. What he has to do, he has to hit them twice, because obviously survivors start at full health. They hit them once. They then start limping. They're a little bit slower, but only by a bit. The killer can outrun them at this point. I mean, the killer can outrun them normally, which forces the survivors to have to outwit and outmaneuver, climb over stuff, because the killer does climb over stuff slowly, but the survivors can like hurdle over it. So you have to sort of outmaneuver and outwit the killer rather than just outrunning him. If you're running away from the killer out in the open, he will catch you 100%. He will catch you. Nothing you can do about it. You have to use obstacles to get around and stuff like that. So how the killer attacks you, he has to hit you twice. So hitting you once only injures you, doesn't do anything. Hitting you twice downs you. He then has to pick you up, puts you on his shoulder, and there are several hooks placed around all the maps. He has to then hoist you upon this hook, to which you can attempt an escape, but as soon as you start attempting an escape, I mean as soon as you're put on this hook, your health bar will slowly start to decrease. But if you choose to attempt to escape, your blood meter will go down faster. And basically what happened is that these spikes will slowly spawn out of the ground, and they will start trying to stab you. And so you have to then spam that spacebar to sort of struggle and to resist. And there's no, once you're at this point, you can't push them away and then get off. Once you're at this point of mashing the spacebar and resisting these spikes, your only salvation is another survivor helping you. Other than that, you will die. So if you do attempt to escape, you do need. Obviously, you can be successful and you can pop yourself off the hook. The last part, I've never been able to do it once, and I don't know if it's random. Obviously, each attempt that you fail, your blood goes down faster and faster. So either way, you'll need someone to help you off of that hook, or you are dead. You will get some killers online who will just camp you, just watch you die. Obviously, that's annoying, but unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that. All you can do is just sort of, I mean, just think of it this way. I mean, I suppose while he's watching you, the other survivors are attacking, repairing the generators, fixing them and whatnot. But either way, it's a bit annoying. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to get on with it. So while you're being picked up by the killer and he's taking you to the hook, you can mash A and D to wiggle out of his grasp. Obviously, but only you, the survivor, can see how much progress you've made in wiggling. There is a little bar that comes up in the middle and it shows you how much more wiggle you need to do, but the killer cannot see that, so I suppose that's sort of a little plus for the survivor. Obviously, as soon as you get picked up by the killer, just wiggle, just mash A and D, just wiggle as much as you can. Obviously, when you die, obviously pretty explanatory. Once you die, there are no respawns. You must either just quit the game, or you can just spectate your teammates. Another thing to note before we go and play, the survivors play in third person to give it more of like an atmospheric feel, give them a bit of like peripheral advantage. But the killer plays in first person, which makes it a bit more literal, a bit more serious. Obviously, the plus sides of being a killer is that you're a bit taller, so you don't always necessarily see that. Don't always necessarily see that third person. Obviously, it also stops the killer from being able to like cheese it and see around corners. It's just so it does that. Just so it does that. So that's sort of something to note. But that's about it. So we're going to jump straight into it. As the killer, I am going to be the hillbilly because I do prefer the hillbilly. I used to prefer the wraith, but after playing the wraith a few times, I just can't get it to work with that bell. As cool as the bell sounds, I'm going to stick with the hillbilly because the hillbilly has a chainsaw, as we know. And the hillbilly is good. So basically what you have to do to play as the killer, actually before I go in I'll show you. You can quick play, click it, and as you see your survivor spawns up there, and I'm not sure if you can play as a survivor or a killer, I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think you can play as either side. Either way, as you saw there, my survivor spawned up in the middle, but I couldn't, as I said, it failed to join the game, so it kicked straight back out. But to play as the survivor, like guaranteed, you click on this be a survivor, and you just click join a lobby, and it's as easy as that. With the killer, I got a bit confused about this because I'm an idiot, but to be a killer, you can only create a lobby, you cannot join a lobby, so you have to create one. Sometimes it freezes like this for about 5 seconds, and just give it a second, and then it will, there we go. As you can see in the bottom left or bottom right here, waiting for 4 more victims. So it takes about 5 minutes. There is a ready up system, so make sure you're readied up before you start looking on your phone or something like that. So it takes about 5 minutes. It's really weird. I don't know if it's like the delay of your IP being put onto the server or your game being put onto the game's dedicated servers. But once it takes about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes of nothing, like no one joining, and then suddenly you get like a gust, like a rush, or just survivors joining. Some will leave for some reason, but then by and large, once the 3-5 minute mark has passed and survivors will start joining, it's fairly easy to get a game. But for some reason, it just takes a few minutes for some reason for them to start loading in. As I said, it's probably due to the delay of your sort of game getting onto the server. But either way, it's almost guaranteed a game, so it's no problem whatsoever. Now we've just got to just sit and wait, really. Right, here we go, Torment Creek. Ooh, this one is very killer-esque. That little red light that you saw there, that's what the survivors see when they look at you. That's just so the killer, or so they know where the killer's looking. That's all. So as you can see here, you've got the generators. Bottom left-hand corner is the HUDs. They need 5 generators to activate it, to activate the power. As you can see, I can see where the generators are. The killers, sorry, the survivors can't see them. They cannot see where any of the generators are. They need to find them by themselves using the naked eye. Right, generally to start off, just go from generator to generator while keeping a little bit of an eye out. Oh, someone's been in this one because it's oh, someone's activated that one already. That's great. Something to note: the survivors do know when I'm coming, or at least when I'm near, because they'll be able to hear a heartbeat on their side, and the heavier and the louder and the faster of the heartbeat, the closer I am to them. Obviously I can't hear the heartbeat, only they can. It's just a little indication of where I'm coming from and when. Right, now on this one, do a little sprint, chainsaw sprint. Now on this one, oh this isn't good. These guys know what they're doing, unfortunately, and I do not. Son of a bitch! This isn't good. These guys know what they're doing. Oh, sprinting. There is one. Do you see him? One hit. One more hit and they're down. Destroy that barricade for later. There she is. Chainsaw! Coughing, dying. Can't believe I missed that. It's so fucking close. Oh, silly. Get down. Excuse me. It's gonna be a fruitless victory though, because I only need one more. Just die. Yeah, someone's probably gonna make her way over to her now and pop her off, which is annoying. Can't camp her because that's lame. I'm gonna destroy this though. Ah, bollocks! Come on. See, the exits are over there. those two little switches. I'll make my way over to these exits now. I'm gonna stay near. Stay near. Bastard, that was too close. Bollocks. Come on. Shit. I can't now run him as it stands. Come on. Gotcha! Right, so one survivor has escaped. As you can see in the bottom right corner. That left door has been activated. I can see a little red light coming from it. Survivor has been here recently because there's little lines there on the floor. That's the person that I attacked earlier, but they've escaped. Lucky bastards. There's one survivor left that hasn't escaped yet. I'm guessing he's sticking around to save this survivor. Unless they're trying to see these like... Okay, he's trying to activate the generators to get more XP, I'm gonna assume. But I have to stay near because I have to... There she is. Come on. Come on. Shit! Got you! Jesus! Sorry, buddy. Ah, sorry, buddy. So close. So he's trying to wiggle now? So close. I am sorry. I am sorry. Someone had to die. I couldn't let you all escape. I do apologise. She's gonna get sacrificed. Sacrificed to Cthulhu! A petty victory, but a victory at that, I guess. That's generally how it goes. And you got a little rundown here, brutality, diviciousness? I don't know. No, it's gone. Deviousness. Hunter, sacrifice. You got your killer rank. Mine's this one. I don't know how it works yet. Brutality, it's all rounded up. That's how much I earned. That's how much I have. I have loads. I need to progress and do some stuff. That's the scoreboard. So they had perks, a rare perk. When it exit gates are powered, the killer's aura is... Oh, that's a little lame. Escape. This guy died. What did he have? He had... Receive an incremental speed bonus to repair... Oh, they had perks. That's why they've won. That's why they've done really good. Spring burst. Yeah, no, they had pretty juicy perks. I wonder they survived. At least apart from this guy. Must have just been together. Either way, that's it. That's the basics of it. I might do some more videos in the future of the other killers, and I mean I'll probably do another. I mean, it makes sense for me to do another video as the survivors to sort of show you a rundown of the survivors. I'll probably do that in another video. But until then, guys, hope you found the video good. If not, it's fine. No problems, no worries. But this video is made to like sort of inform like new players and just give you a little bit of a basic rundown on how the game plays. Okay, anyway guys, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, guys.